Hi there, YouTubers. If you don't like the look of pee, you might want to turn this off, but I don't know how anybody who's ever been a parent can be grossed out by anything. I mean, kids pretty much do it all. So, anyway, so I've been, through iridology, I look at my eye and I can see there's a problem with my kidneys, really big problem. And it looks like it's like drug deposits or maybe inherited problem. So I checked my mother's eyes, and she has the same spots on her eyes, so I may have inherited that problem. But in any effect, it doesn't mean I have to have any kidney problems, right? It just means that I got to work on it more. And so I've been trying that Mortaz tea and intermittent fasting. Also, I've been doing dry fasts, like a few 3-day dry fasts, and just the last dry fast I had, my urine was really filtering out good, so I was really excited, and I started drinking more of the tea and just trying to get as much stuff into me. I've tried freaking everything, and I mean, even parsley, I've tried, you name it. But here's my urine right now. Really happy about that. And so I'm going to shine a light on it, and you can see how cloudy it is. It's amazingly cloudy. You know, if I shake it around, you can see it moving. It's like so cool. I'm so happy with that. There's no sediment in the bottom yet, but it's probably going to come. So that's like two months of work. It's been a good go, and you know, like Mortez says, when he got his mother's kidneys moving, he had her drink her urine, and he says in Europe that's commonplace, and so I tried it a few times, and well, I got to say the time before this I did drink some, so maybe it helped. I don't know. But if he's a kidney expert and a liver expert, so if he says that's good for you and it works, and obviously look at that. So I don't know what did it. It's just his tea or what. But I'm really happy with it. I'm really, really, really happy. I'm going to get my kidneys moving, and that'll mean my lymph's going to get moving. And hopefully, you know, there goes the back pain and the knee pain and any other pain. It'll be cool. I've lost about 10 pounds. I'm looking forward to losing more weight. And I don't know, intermittent fasting seems to work no matter what you eat. So if you just do like I do, just go all day without eating and only eat supper, seems to work the best. Some of the experts out there say if you're going to eat one meal a day, eat lunch and make it big. So, you know, that way you sleep better at night because your stomach's not full and your digestive system's started to fall asleep and shut down and stuff like that. And an easy morning, you know, maybe drink lots of water. And that's funny too, is just I'm starting to drink like a half a liter of water as soon as I wake up, and you can feel all your guts and everything kind of feel like they're just opening up, like unwinding or uncrinkling or whatever, like they're getting hydrated and they're really happy, or they're waking up, who knows, right? So again, like my mom's got the same thing in her eyes I do, but you know, there's genetics and there's genetic expression. So it might be in your genes to have some sort of problem, health problem, because it's so-called passed down, but you don't have to express it, right? So the really obvious thing for me was that everybody in my family, all the men in my family, because we come from an Indian background, I think, they're all prone to alcoholism. So as soon as they start drinking, they become alcoholics, and they become really nasty and mean and just not nice. So knowing that, when I was in the military, people always wanted to drink, and I would say, well, you know, I can't drink with you guys like that anymore, right? I can drink. I'm going to set a limit of 2 beer on Thursdays. And I'll drive you everywhere you need to go. I don't mind, right? So it worked out pretty good. And I explained to them that, you know, alcoholism runs in my family, and I don't want that thing to be a part of my life. So there's an example of, you know, just because it's in your genes doesn't mean it has to be expressed. So you can take that. Take control of your life. You don't have to follow in everybody's footsteps just because they had it, you have it, right? So I hear that all the time, right? And you don't have to have that. You can change it. You can decide the way your life's going to go and your health's going to go. And it takes a time sometimes, and you got to do some shit that you never thought you'd ever do, but it works. Like if you keep at it. Just stay focused and stay away from mainstream, and try to hear what the real experts are saying, not the drug pusher doctors, you know, just. And this is by no means any medical advice at all. Like I don't know anything about going to university for 8 years to be told what I can and can't do by a drug company, right? So I'm just a normal Joe here who's been learning and learning and learning and doing and doing and doing and experimenting on himself. And I've finally got my urine filtering, but I haven't seen any particles yet. So when I get sediment at the bottom, oh man, I'm going to be so happy. But this is a big step for me. So I'm going to keep it up and see what happens. And I really like the fasting with the tea, and that's working for me. I'm not sure how much the salt water works, because anybody who drinks you know, ocean water, they know that it frigs up their kidneys, right? It shuts their kidneys down. That's how they die. This is what I've heard. So I try and limit the salt as much as I feel comfortable with. So I'm not going crazy, because I know your body needs salt. It really does, right? It needs potassium and sodium, and it needs fats, and it needs proteins, and it needs, I know all that stuff. But when you're fasting, your body don't need nothing. It has everything it needs right inside. But the hardest part about fasting is coming out of it. You have to come out of it so slow, and you know, the kidneys are being wringed out when you're fasting like a sponge. And you need to, and all these toxins are just sitting there ready to get filtered out by the kidneys, right? If the liver hasn't done it. And you need to get the toxins going into the kidneys nice and slow, and not overwhelm them. So it's a process, you know, it's a process. So anyway, I'll let you guys know how I'm doing. And I'm really happy about this. It's the second time this has ever happened to me. So a lot of it has to do with the tea. I use this container to keep it warm, and it's working out for me. So I wish you guys the best of luck. If you're having some issues, you can change. Bye for now.